Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. And I'd like to welcome you to the Cicero Regular Town Board Meeting, Wednesday, May 28th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. If you would, please silence your cell phones and note there are two emergency exits in the rear of the room and one to my right. If you would, stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing and remember those who are serving in harm's way. Thank you. If anyone would like to come up and speak on behalf of any of the agenda items prior to the meeting, other than the public hearing. Okay, abstracts.
Move the document.
Move the adoption of resolution approving abstracts number 20 dated 5/21/25, abstract 21 dated 5/28/2025.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed. Number 4, we're going to open this public hearing to, at the beginning here, move to waive the reading of the legal notices posted and advertised at the proper time. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. At this time, we'll open the public hearing at 6:31 p.m., but we are going to postpone this and adjourn it until June 11th. And we are going to keep this open until then. Thank you.
Set a public hearing to consider a planned unit development for property located at Route 31, tax map number 091.01-07.6. Montroy Development LLC, proposed mixed residential development, Americana of Cicero. Move for the adoption of resolution to set a public hearing to be held on 6/11/2025 at 6:30 p.m. at Cicero Town Hall, 8236 Brewerton Road, Cicero, New York, to consider the application of Montroy Development LLC for a mixed residential planned unit development containing 96 apartment units and 24 townhouse-style dwelling units.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
The town of Cicero is soliciting bids for custodial services at Cicero Town Hall, 8236 Brewerton Road, Cicero, on June 6, 2025 at 11 a.m.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Purchase of the advanced budgeting module from Springbrook Software. Move for the adoption resolution to approve the purchase of the advanced budgeting module from Springbrook Software, sole source vendor, in the amount of $6,630 for 2025, and professional services for the implementation and training related to the module in the amount of $10,000, totaling $16,630, and to authorize the town supervisor to execute a 3-year agreement with Springbrook Software for the annual subscription in the amount of $10,200 annually for 2006 and 2027. Budget code is 001-1315-4120-0000. Oh, sorry. The town comptroller reviewed several product offerings for municipal budgeting software, including ClearGov for $30,000 annually and $8,775 one-time setup, and Open Government $19,000 annually. Finding Springbrook's module not only the least expensive for similar features, but also the only one fully integrated with the town's general ledger software. This software will help to streamline the collaborative budget process, as well as automate the creation and publication of the town's annual budget book, creating better transparency to the public.
Second.
Discussion? Trey, thank you very much. Waiting for some of this good stuff to come along. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
So not a motion, but the annual 2024 annual financial report. The 2024 annual financial report for the town of Cicero has been completed and is on file for public view in the Cicero Town Clerk's office and on the Town of Cicero website at www.ciceronewyork.net.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve and authorize the supervisor to execute the fireworks permit from the Northern New York Display Fireworks Majestic Fireworks, Inc. to be held at the Oneida River South Shore, Bartell Road, Brewerton, New York on July 3rd, 2025 at approximately 9:45 p.m. and to accept the $100 permit fee. All acquired signatures have been obtained.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve and authorize the supervisor to execute the fireworks permit from the American Fireworks Display LLC to be held at 7384 Thompson Road, North Syracuse, New York on June 14th, 2025 at approximately 9:45 p.m. and to accept the $100 permit fee. All acquired signatures have been obtained.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Move for the adoption of a resolution to approve payment for truck 36 box repair from Steel Sales in the amount of $6,400. Budget code 003-5130-4355-0000.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed.
Summer Day Camp Counselor candidates. Move the adoption resolution for hiring the listed camp counselor candidates and their hourly rates for Cicero Summer Day Camp. Camp Counselor 9, Dominic Fudge, $16.50, 002-7140-0105-0000, June 24th, 2025. Camp Counselor 10, it'll be Dominic Biddlecombe, $16.50, which is 002-714 0105-0000, June 24th, 2025. Camp Counselor 11, Sierra Castro, $15.50, 002-714 0105-000, June 24th, 2025. And Camp Counselor 12, Lucia Montecalvo, $16.50, 002-714 0105-0000, June 24th, 2025.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, pass. That's it with the agenda items. One more, Mike had.
It was is this going to be just a vote or an amendment or vote on it? Okay. Yeah, so this would be an amendment to resolution that was made on 5/14 to include the term for Patricia Silverman to end 12/31/2027 to the Board of Ethics.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Vote no or abstain, passed. You guys have anything? No? No? I'll just give everybody an update. Kate, myself, Steve Procopio, we met with the Congressman's office along with the DEC last week regarding the 100-foot buffer. I am in the process of setting up a meeting with the DEC to come do a presentation, most likely if we can get the Cicero Fire Hall, so everybody can have a better idea what that means for Oneida Lake. So I just want to let everybody know that. If nothing else, Tracy, did you have anything? No? Kate? No? Okay, anybody like to come up and?
Hi, folks. How you guys all doing? I'm Jay Reardon. Just a couple of public notice concerns. On number 4, the Board of Ethics town code changes. One of the problems that I saw with the public notice is that the actual changes, the verbatim changes, to the town code as proposed were not in any of the public notices. And frankly, they weren't in the first two revisions to this agenda. Since you're postponing the hearing anyway, could you explicitly state the town code changes that are proposed so that the public has time to consider them and provide better public input? It might be I realize it might be as simple as eliminating the duplicate sentence in the town code because there is a duplicate sentence there. But on the other hand, you may be also proposing other cleanup changes that may have unforeseen or foreseen implications. And it's just all helpful to have better eyes and more
Absolutely.
eyes.
They will be posted.
Perfect. Thank you.
Tracy? Thank you.
Number 5 on the hearing for the Americana. The Micron DES is coming out in this time frame between now and the public hearing on June 11th. The Micron DES may very well have certain aspects in it that may impact this project. I'd just like to briefly state, and I'll be very quick with this, but I just want to briefly state about what's happening in New Jersey. I realize there are important people missing from this meeting, but I'll state this now anyway. What's happening in New Jersey is that the state legislature directed the counties to further direct the towns to have specific quotas on new home builds. And the towns in New Jersey are very much pursuing eminent domain actions to meet those quotas that are directed by the county level and at the state level. It may very well be the case that Micron's DES either includes implicit or explicit quotas for what the town of Cicero needs to do to get further New York State funding. It's going to be a huge document. It's over 1,000 pages long. And so because of the complex issues involved, I do strongly recommend that there not only be one public hearing for this item, which right now the public hearing on the 11th of June would be right after maybe the Micron's DES comes out. I think it'd be much better if you maybe have 2 public hearings consecutively for this development, because there will be a lot of people interested in it once Micron DES comes out. And then I just have one more comment on the item number 8, which was the 2024 annual financial report. I just think it might be helpful to explicitly state and call attention to the public that this is on the budget information page on the town's website, and it is under the title of the report, 2024 annual financial report. So people can go to the town's website, click on the budget information page, and then select the item 2024 annual financial report to read this. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Anyone else? Okay, we're going to adjourn and we're going to go into executive session and we will reconvene. So at this time, move for the adoption resolution entered into executive session related to proposed, pending, or current litigation. And if we can have our attorney and Kate will join us.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'm gonna,
Okay, we adjourned executive session at 7:16 with Mike Aragano making the motion and myself seconding it. So I'd like to make a motion to return to open session.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, move for the adoption of a resolution authorizing and approving the settlement of the New York State Supreme Court Tax Certiorari Action Index Number 007151-2024 entitled Enterprise Elm LLC versus Town of Cicero Tax Map Number 051.01-28.2 on property located at 8379 Brewerton Road for tax year 2024 by reducing the assessment to $900,200 with a total refund liability to the petitioner not to exceed $7,606.52, subject to final audit and a full waiver of statutory interest by the petitioner for 2024 without RPTL 727 applied in accordance with the terms and conditions as stated in the proposed memorandum and proposed stipulation of settlement attached, and authorizing the supervisor and town attorney to execute any and all documents necessary to complete this matter.
Second.
Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Joe Nor abstain, passed. This time I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone.